Todd Young Online presents Young Tales. Tales for the young and the young at heart. Today's story: Bulfinch's Mythology, King Arthur and His Knights, Episode 7, Lancelot du Lac. In Brittany, far across the sea, there once ruled King Ban, a faithful ally of Arthur. He was brave and noble, yet his fortunes turned, for his kingdom was besieged by a cruel enemy, King Claudius. And in one terrible night of flame and ruin, destiny was set in motion. Ban fled his burning castle with his queen Helen and their infant son. But as dawn broke, the king's heart broke with it, for behind them the citadel blazed red against the sky. Ban fell from his horse and died of grief. Helen laid her child beside a still lake and ran to her dying husband. When she returned, the child was gone. There, across the misted water, she saw a figure, a man robed in silver. Wait, let me try that again. There, across the misted water, she saw a figure, a woman robed in silver, her hair shining like moonlight. In her arms, she cradled the child, and before the queen could cry out, the lady stepped into the water and vanished beneath the surface. The child was taken to a place beneath the lake, the realm of Vivienne, the Lady of the Lake, mistress of the enchanter Merlin. There she raised him with kindness and wonder, teaching him all the arts of knighthood until he was strong of arm, pure of heart, and bright of spirit. Thus he was named Lancelot du Lac, Lancelot of the Lake. When Lancelot had reached his 18th year, the Lady of the Lake brought him before King Arthur at Camelot to be knighted. All the court marveled at his grace and bearing, for none had seen his equal in beauty or strength. And when Queen Guinevere looked upon him, oh my, her heart trembled, for love or for fate. "Never have I seen such eyes," Guinevere said, "gentle and proud in one." And so began a bond that would shape the glory and sorrow of Camelot. "Rise, Sir Lancelot du Lac, true knight of the Round Table. Be loyal, be brave, and guard the honor of all." And from that hour he became the model of all chivalry, gentle to the poor, merciful to the fallen, and invincible in battle. One day Sir Lancelot rode forth with his nephew Sir Lionel, seeking adventure. When the noon sun grew hot, they rested beneath an apple tree. Lancelot, weary, laid down his helm and fell asleep. While he slept, 4 queens rode by. RuPaul's Drag Race. Each fair and proud, shaded by silken canopies. Among them was Morgan Le Fay, Arthur's own sister. "Behold," Morgan said, "the great Lancelot lies unguarded. Each of us has desired him, but I will cast a spell upon him, and he shall awaken in my castle. Then let him choose which queen he will love." When Lancelot awoke, he found himself in a rich chamber, 4 queens standing before him, robed in jewels and light. Oh my. "Sir Knight, you are our prisoner. Choose one of us for your lady, or remain here until you die." "I would sooner die with honor than live with shame. Your beauty is nothing beside deceit." Angered by his defiance, the queens left him to hunger and despair. But at dawn, a young maiden came softly to his door. "Sir Lancelot, I will set you free, if you will grant me one boon." "What is it, fair maiden?" Lancelot asked. "My father, King Bagdemagus, has lost his honor in battle against the King of North Wales. Aid him at his next tournament, and I will unbind you. By my faith, I will fight for him as though for my own blood," Lancelot said. And true to her word, she freed him that very night. Lancelot rode forth and met King Bagdemagus, pledging his arm to his cause. The field was bright with banners and shining helms. Then the King of North Wales came with 80 knights, and King Bagdemagus with half as many. At the first charge, Bagdemagus's men were driven back until Lancelot entered the fray. He struck down 5 knights in one charge, unhorsed the King of North Wales, and turned the battle in an instant. Victory was his, and the maiden's father rejoiced. But when Lancelot had dined at their feast, he rose, bowed low, and said, "My heart thanks you, but my road calls me back still." Wait. He said, "My heart thanks you, but my road calls me still. My brother Lionel is lost, and I must find him." As he rode through the woods, a damsel met him and told of a terrible knight, Sir Turquine, who held 60 knights prisoner, all of Arthur's court. Among them were Sir Lionel and Sir Hector. Lancelot came to the knight's castle where a copper basin hung beside a tree laden with the shields of captured men. He struck the basin, and the challenge was answered. "Who dares strike my basin?" Turquine said, deep and grim. "One who will free the prisoners thou hast wronged." The two knights charged. The two knights charged like thunder. Their lances splintered, their horses fell. They fought on foot with swords until blood ran thick upon the ground. For 2 hours they battled till Turquine faltered, weary and bleeding. I just say, if they're fully armored, how are they bleeding? Anyway, "Hold," he cried, "if thou art not he who slew my brother Carados, I will make peace and free my captives." "I am he, Lancelot du Lac, son of King Ban." "Then," said Turquine, "we fight till death." And so they did, until Lancelot's blade found the giant's neck and Turquine fell. Lancelot freed the prisoners, who praised him as the greatest knight alive. Later, as Lancelot journeyed through the forests of Wales, a lady called to him from her castle. And that's a voice. "Lancelot, help me. My husband will slay me if I lose his falcon, trapped upon that high elm." Moved by pity, Lancelot, unarmed, climbed the tree and freed the bird. But as he cast it down, the lady's husband, Sir Felot, rushed forward with sword in hand. Now, Lancelot, I have the unarmed and trapped. Prepare to die." "Lady, why have you betrayed me?" "It is my lord's command. I dare not disobey." But Lancelot's courage never failed. He broke a great bough from the tree, leapt down behind his horse, and when Felot struck, he turned the blow and smote his foe dead with one stroke. "False treachery," he said, "brings its own reward." And 2 days before Pentecost, Lancelot returned to Camelot. The halls erupted in cheers. Sir Gawain, Sir Hector, Sir Uwaine all hailed him as hero. Even Sir Kay the Seneschal, whose armor Lancelot had borrowed, laughed and said, "By my faith, I rode in peace while thou struck down half the court wearing my gear." And Arthur, smiling, raised his cup high. "Here stands the bravest knight of all, Lancelot du Lac, whose courage and mercy are one. May his honor be the measure of us all." So passed the first great deeds of Sir Lancelot of the Lake, hero, champion, and lover. In him strength and gentleness were one, yet in his heart already stirred a love that would bring both glory and ruin to Camelot. For even the purest knight cannot master the will of the heart. Here's where we end for today. Young Tales is produced and narrated by Todd Young from Todd Young Online. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and join us next time for another story. Thank you for your support.